Hello and welcome back to some more Kerbal Space Program. We are in version 0.20 now, so I suppose it could be considered kind of traditional, so we're gonna go to the moon again, and we have a new design using some of the new parts like the Mark I lander can, which allows us to make actually make a reasonably sized lander for going down to the moon and getting back up to the mothership for a single person. Could probably be smaller yet, but I was worried that I might not have enough Delta V then. You know, for the landing, launch and rendezvous. But, well, let's just go for it. And, well, it's time to plant the flag on the moon. Finally. Unfortunately, Jeb is busy playing with boosters, so it's gonna be Bill who will take the lander down. Anyway, wow, bit laggy there, but here we go. The ship is, well, a bit different since there are some new parts and stuff, but really it works rather well, and we'll get a good look at how it actually fits together. We start, of course, with 4 mainsails and 4 of the solid boosters, which will give us a good initial push. After that, well, right now we just manage our throttle to keep our acceleration under control, keep us from pushing too hard against the atmosphere and losing energy by fighting drag. Okay, that is looking really good. Never mind that doesn't actually break anything. Okay, this is a more vertical than horizontal rocket because, well, it just looks cooler and it is more aerodynamically realistic. So, oh crap, I should have been turning already. Okay, fix it there, go for separation and keep on the turn, accelerate fully, and these are the new 3-meter engines, sort of somewhere between a poodle and a mainsail. And I really like them, they fit in really well, they fill an important niche. And, well, as you can see, the lander is nestled in there, between the main boosters, you know, right there. Believe I need to keep turning right now. And we can actually see the stats for the different astronauts here, which is a fine thing to have. The time is going up, we need to turn more horizontal. These boosters will run out of fuel shortly before we achieve orbital speeds, so these will fall back to the atmosphere. In fact, this whole flight allows us to do things in a way that leaves no trash in orbit, which is something I'm really happy with. It was sort of an accident. I wasn't deliberately working towards it, but all the same. Yeah, we waited a bit too long for our turn, but the command pod has several thousand extra meters per second of delta V, so really doesn't matter. I had to turn the nuclear engines to ensure that these jettison properly. Well, they flew off to the sides. Ignore the fireball as the exhaust hits the fuel tanks there. And we have this compact module with the lander neatly fitting in between that. These outer sides detach, so it's only the central bit which actually returns to the mothership, and really that works out well. Allows us to avoid unpleasantness. You know, with things hitting. Well, these can be detached, they don't necessarily have to be. So you detach just before you achieve orbit on the moon, and just the central bit returns to the mothership. And then you dock that, And well, you'll see. It's a really cool mission plan. You'll love it. So, Monster is very cowardly and very stupid. Bob is very brave, and Bill's actually stupider than Jeb. Strangely enough. I guess they don't have the badass setting turned on or something. Okay, 120 plus orbit will do me fine. Gonna go for 130 or so. On here we are still technically in the atmosphere, but actually I'm gonna push it out a bit further because I do not wish to slow down. And actually we can plan our lunar intercept, say, here. This should, whoa, work fine, but I'll just fiddle with it for... So I suppose I'm burning too late. So the... Excuse me? Sorry about that. This is what happens when you record when other people are in the house. I want a really low parapsis of within 50. 28 will do me just fine. Whoa. Wobble, 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 wobble. Yes, let's turn like that. We are in space actually now. So we can exit the physical time warp, fix on that, and then just wait for our burn. Okay, so within a couple of minutes. Almost there. There we go, burn time. 4 nuclear engines, plenty of fuel, we're gonna be fine. Gonna be just fine. This central fuel tank will more or less take us to lunar orbit. A stable lunar orbit. We wasted a tiny bit of fuel, but we are very, very much okay, I'd say. Okay, and we are getting there. I would like to be precise because I want a nice low periapsis around the moon, one that is as perfect as possible. There we go, nice and low. Another meter per second or so and we will be good. Close enough. Anything above 5 kilometers should be good, especially on the equator. We're not gonna smack into it, is what I mean. Okay, so here we go. Screw you. Vessel info. It does show you the part count and the mass. You still have 100 parts here. Interesting. But it is a lot of straps and stuff. Okay, so we're gonna drop into orbit around here. That's still too high. Still too high. And that is about right. Okay, nice low orbit there. Past the moon. Okay, I need to turn around and prepare for my orbital burn. There we go, almost there. And we should have more or less just enough fuel to drop into orbit with this. It's too soon, sorry. Shouldn't burn yet. Now we can burn. And the moon escape is going away and we shall have ourselves a neat little orbit. I think that was the central fuel tank running out. These things do happen. Fuel tanks do on occasion run out, as they are wont to do. Not close enough is the term I believe we are looking for. Close enough. Now, we turn to face her either north or south. South will do. There we go. Don't look at how little fuel it says we have left. It's lying. It is quite simply wrong. Well, thing is, if there are 4, it counts all the fuel that is technically available to the engine, but it doesn't recognize the fact that 4 engines are... It doesn't take into account the fact that 4 different engines are simultaneously drawing fuel from this single tank, so, you know. Anyway, here we are. So far so good. Actually, I'm gonna rotate it until this sun is hitting the right side of the ship. There we go. And Bill goes outside. And back inside, and back outside. R. No, 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 no. Come on, darling, be good to me. Get in there. Grab. And board. There we are in the lander can. Now, what we do is we decouple this node. We gently detach from the command module, and there is our lander. We are ready to land, without having to worry about landing the whole tub. So there we go. There are no doubt plenty of introduction videos by more popular YouTubes detailing all the new features and all the new parts, so I'm not gonna bother doing that. I'm just gonna start doing cool stuff with this, like trying to plant a flag on every single planet. I'll probably even do it on screen. This feature is just the thing to get me interested in the game again. Okay, gonna wait until we hit a nice crater, say over here. Yeah, that is good. We're gonna drift away from the main ship a bit, but that's okay. We can live with that. And we'll just... Okay, are we approaching it yet? Yes, I believe we are. Okay, now we'll adjust our path a little downwards by burning now, and then we'll kill more of our speed a bit later on. This is our deorbiting burn. Our landing burn will come a bit afterwards. Ooh, Scott Manley built a base in this place, I think, in his reusable space program. Okay, now we are ready to start heading downwards. I'm just gonna kill my surface speed, lateral surface speed, and I'm gonna head straight down. It will be over the center of the crater by the time we get to that point. So yeah. Actually, we can just wait at this point. I'm pretty good at killing speed properly, so we should be fine. Right? Okay, at this point I kind of need to burn. That is a fair assessment of our situation. I hope I didn't just kill Bill. Kill Bill. I'm gonna burn upwards. We need to stay in the air. This may have been a horrible mistake. Okay. Keep working on it. Yeah, I might have overdone it. Just a bit. But we are moving almost horizontally again. We're not gonna smash into the ground. 2,000 meters up. Oh, fuck me with a spoon. But okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. And we have plenty of fuel to spare. So, I'm thinking that I may be able to take this same design up to Ike and land there with it. Maybe. I'm thinking about trying it in any case. Let's just kill the lateral velocity. Meanwhile, let's just... Whoa! Trippy! There we go. 1000 meters up. 0 that. Kill that. Adjust our vector. Okay, we are good, we are good. Nothing to worry about. We are fine. Oh crap, I didn't fix one last problem with this design that still separates it from utter perfection. Namely, the guy has to jump to reach the ladder. Sorry. So we're about 100 meters up. At this point we need to burn off the last of our speed. Final flare up. There we go. Now we just drift down. We are at this point we are fracking golden. We are golden. In fact, we can use the RCS to even things out. There we go. We are down. Touchdown. So, extend ladder. Let go. Wee smack. Ah, he was... Plant flag. There we go. My first flag. There we go. We have landed. Now to get back on board. We'll assume that he's gathering supplies, sorry, not supplies, but samples on the ground while this thing is catching up to us. We'll launch when it's more or less overhead, because... There we go. Just because. And now we are ready to launch. Pull those in. Ah, and we're already getting target speed things. So yeah, now we just travel upwards and rendezvous with the target. So that landing, derpy as it was, well, the central stack of fuel, it gives us 2000 meters per second of delta V, and mostly it is reserves. Mostly it's just reserve fuel. Okay, let's just accelerate it. 500 meters per second does take a tiny bit of time. Ah, there it is. Okay. Just adjusting my trajectory to catch up with the target. Am I in orbit yet? Ooh. Well, frack me with a spoon. That is not good at all. Whoops. Whoops. Overdid it a bit. Overdid it a bit. Sorry. At some point this will zero out. Okay. Oh. We're gonna be real close to it, but we can't smack it into the ground like that. Okay. Alternate plan then. do have an alternate plan for situations like that. Distance is going down fast, though. Okay. Just pull that in, don't embarrass yourself. Okay, burn off all that relative speed. Whoa, overshot it. Okay, okay, okay. Fine, fine, fine. You did that, fine. Come on, get back on it. We're gonna have to dock with these attached, and then we're gonna dump them at the same place where we dumped this engine and this final fuel tank. There are alternate plans for the Clean Space Act in case that fails. Now we just burn towards the target like crazy. Well, not too crazy, but 20 meters per second sounds about right. Turn around, prepare for braking maneuver, and these still have fuel in them. Is that not awesome? I'm thinking that's pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna try and take this thing to Minmus. It might not work. Sorry, not Minmus. Minmus is easy. Ike, you know, Lunar satellite. And we're coming in at a shitty angle. Crap. Okay, there we go. Straight at it. And we want to burn slightly more northwards with it. Pass it on the northern end, so that we can dock on its backside. Yes, now that is looking a little bit better. Like that, okay? Just drop straight down behind it. In fact, adjust it like that. There we go. Now we're just dropping into pretty much a perfect position relative to it. Set as target. I want that clampatron. Okay, at this point, oh, with the last smidge of fuel, we park next to it, ready for the actual docking. Is that not epic? Now we need to point southwards for a proper docking. Okay, there we go. That is looking pretty damn good. Right, like that. That is pretty good. Give it a smidge of actually heading for it. The rotation of the engine assembly is looking good. We should be able to fit in there pretty easily without smacking into anything. As long as we do the docking maneuver pretty damn perfectly. Which is admittedly a thing. Oh. Right. Just slow down, give ourselves more time. Oh. Like that. Like that and more that way. Wish there was some way to make the RCS fire at low rates, but here we are, we have docked. Just gonna transfer everything in. Gonna use the remaining fuel for our getting rid of trash maneuver. Oh, did I transfer it out instead of in? Damn it. There we go. And the one that actually has fuel in it to speak of. So, shut down that engine. EVA our brave Kerbonaut. Get him on board the main module again. Come on. Down, down, down. There we go. Yeah, I think this is the best lunar ship I have built to date. Seriously, this is an awesome design. I'm loving it. This worked out really well. In any case, this now has all kinds of samples on board, but it's not safe enough to land people in, so we're gonna land it separately. But first, we will plan our return maneuver here. Ish. Seems pretty good. Oh, that seems fracking golden. No, too low. Well, we'll screw around with it anyway. Okay, now then. What we will do is we'll burn retrograde for a tiny bit until our periapsis on the moon vanishes, hits the surface. Once we get close enough, 48-second burn time, we'll start this a minute before our node. We'll have to do it in the dark, unfortunately. Turn on all the lights. Okay. There we go. A slight nudge is all we need since we're on low orbit already. And then we turn around so we can just accelerate away from the trash we leave behind safely on our maneuver. Should have given myself a smidge more time, but then we decouple that and we leave that to smash into the moon while we accelerate to head home. There we go. Clean space for the win. Exit the time warp. Okay. Okay. We'll do it like this. We'll deploy these now. Like that. We'll turn ourselves retrograde so that we can just nudge ourselves ever so slightly away from it. You know. Just so that over time that tiny bit of separation becomes a whole lot. And then we can be sure that both of these will land on the planet safely. Oh, that perhaps is changed. Maybe I should have waited a bit before doing that, but in fact, what I will do is do a slight smidge in the opposite direction so we can come in shallow once again. Then what we can do is decouple that and deploy that chute, and we are good to go. And that is already, what, 40 kilometers away. So our samples are safely on the way back, and our capsule is again safely on its way back. And we can safely re-enter. Whoa, that was not safe. And, well, there you have it. My first moon mission in 0.20. There we go, there we see those flames. And we're nicely losing the... It's at 24. Oh, that's bullshit. That's just bullshit. I'll have to switch to it at some point, and yeah, we'll watch its re-entry separately. Why not? Okay, these guys appear to be alright. The parachute has deployed, they're pulling 3 Gs right now. That's perfectly fine. And they're heading in. Okay, they are safe. Switch. Oh, I can't switch while I'm in the atmosphere. Okay, I'm gonna end the flight, I'm gonna go to the tracking station, and we're gonna watch the lander. Just to make sure that these samples do land safely, because these lander cans and these cupolas and some of these new command pads apparently are somewhat fragile. I can't imagine why, but they seem to be. In any case, it should definitely re-enter. With a periapsis like that, I guess it wasn't below the deletion threshold. Are those not deployed? They should be deployed, right? Well, I'm saying it should land safely. If the parachutes don't deploy, then that's the game's fault, not mine. Oh, they deployed, we're good. We are just fine. So the samples are safely on the way back as well. Looks like the mission was a complete success. Now the only question is whether those 2 parachutes will be enough to make it land safely, because this is a lightweight, fragile lander can, not so much a proper capsule. Guess we'll see in a second. Okay, 2000 meters up. 1500. 1000. Moment of truth. Parachutes did not trip off, which brings us down to 5.6 meters per second, which should be slow enough to hopefully land this in one piece. If not, well, we tried. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this flight and I hope you enjoyed the design. I definitely thought it was something cool and awesome. So, well, make sure to... Oh, and it does land safely. So make sure to leave your comments. Thank you all for watching, and... Oh, right. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later. And we might turn this into a series where we plant flags on different planets. So, yeah, see you later.